watching the Sports Political channel of LB. I'm his contributor. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. This is some breaking news that just came down as during the exit interview for the Philadelphia 76ers, Daryl Morey told reporters that Doc Rivers will return as head coach of the Sixers for the upcoming NBA season next year, for 2022 and 2023. Now, I know what Daryl Morey said, but we all know that things in the NBA can change over time. Case in point, on an interview on the Dan Patrick Show a few years ago, Daryl Morey told Dan Patrick that Chris Paul and James Harden were the only two guys that wasn't going to get traded from the Houston Rockets. 2 weeks later, what do we see? We see that Chris Paul ends up getting traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Russell Westbrook, and it set off the chain of events that it did, right? Chris Paul ended up getting traded from the Rockets to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Russell Westbrook. The point I'm trying to get at is you really cannot trust what this man says. Salute to Ted Cox and Nick Shepard in the building. Daryl Morey, either A, he's a habitual liar, or B, this dude changes his mind, just like how winds change direction during the course of the day for the weather. Either way, Daryl Morey ain't to be trusted, okay? This can change. Coming from NBC Sports, despite rumors of Doc being fired or heading to the Lakers, I wonder where that came from. Ticket. Morey assured reporters that Rivers will remain in Philly. However, the league is a business. Things change quickly, and it wouldn't be shocking if Rivers wasn't with the team next season. After all, Morey answered the question with Rivers sitting right next to him. It would have been strange if Morey said anything other than Doc is staying. We should learn more over the coming weeks. And yes, we will learn more over the coming weeks because we got a lot of decisions to make. James Harden is going to opt in, as I alluded to in the previous stream I did when I went off on this fraud, right? And no, he's not better than Dwayne Wade. Now, Dwayne Wade might be a freak show off the court, but on the court, you cannot deny what Dwayne Wade has done on the court, okay? And no, if he ain't better than D Wade, he sure as hell ain't better than Kobe Bryant, and he sure as hell ain't better than Jordan, okay? James Harden is a fraud, period. But nevertheless, so barring any unforeseen changes, we should see Doc Rivers back with the Sixers next year. And truth be told, Mike D'Antoni, because they were worried about Mike D'Antoni becoming the lead favorite to land the Charlotte job. I just don't understand why are people looking at Mike D'Antoni. Have we not seen enough of him in Phoenix and in New York and in LA and in Houston? I mean, have we not seen enough of this dude, man? There's other coaches more deserving of a chance to lead an NBA franchise outside of Mike D'Antoni. There's a reason why people are calling him Mike D'Antoni. Anywho, barring any changes, and like I said, Daryl Morey has a way of changing his mind. Doc Rivers will be back as coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, after the way, before the whole thing happened with Frank Vogel and all this other drama, there was speculation about Doc Rivers either being let go or he's stepping down and then end up as the Lakers head coach. That possibility is still out there, right? You never know in this day and age or whatever like that. But Doc Rivers saw what happened with Frank Vogel. A lot of other coaches saw what happened with Frank Vogel. They did not like the way the Lakers organization handled the firing of Frank Vogel. And you saw all those potential candidates, Doc Rivers, Nick Nurse, Quinn Snyder, amongst a few, started dropping like flies from consideration. It was talk about whether Daryl Morey was going to fire Doc Rivers and bring in Mike D'Antoni. Now, like as the report says, it would have been interesting had Doc Rivers, despite the fact Doc Rivers was sitting right next to Daryl Morey, had Daryl Morey say anything other than we're bringing Doc Rivers back. But then again, it could just be a PR move and a face-saving move, despite the fact Doc Rivers sitting right next to Daryl Morey. Look, this is something you might want to be on the lookout for. This is definitely something you might want to be on the lookout for. Now, let's shift gears and let's talk about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid made some interesting comments during the post-game press conference or exit interview, as a lot of people call it. He made some interesting comments during that interview. And one in particular was, since we got him, everyone expected that Houston James Harden, Embiid said. But that's not who he is anymore. He's more of a playmaker. I thought at times he could have been, as all of us could have been, more aggressive. Now, the thing about Joel Embiid is he can be honest to a fault. His honesty, quote unquote, last year alienated Ben Simmons. Embiid also goes on to say the team wasn't good enough defensively to compete with the likes of Butler and company. Well, it's kind of hard to be good enough defensively when your trade acquisition decides to take plays off and then blatantly lie and gaslight people in the media. Oh man, I didn't get the ball enough. The ball never came back to me. How do you mean the ball never came back to you, James Harden? How? I'm still trying to decipher that Rubik's Cube. I'm still trying to unclog that pipeline. How do you figure that the ball was moving and the ball never came back to you? But nevertheless, Joel Embiid went on to say this, and I'm not talking about offensively. I'm talking about, as you know, as a whole, offensively and defensively. I didn't think we were good defensively as a team. They took advantage of a lot of stuff that we tried to do defensively. And then offensively, just really everyone being on the same page, obviously only having probably 3 or 4 months to all work together and try to figure it out. Maybe it wasn't a lot of time. I don't think we played our best basketball. That's what he said. And why didn't the Sixers play their best brand of basketball? Why? I just want to know. Jordan B, are you a contributing factor of that? Are you a contributing factor? I mean, if you're the leader of the team, right? Shouldn't you galvanize your people to play? But he also alluded to something I thought that was pretty interesting because he also alluded to, I don't need no one to motivate me to play, and everyone need to go out there and do their job. Well, that's true, Joel and B. Everyone do need to go out there and do their job, but what do you do when they don't? Do you hold them accountable or do you embolden them? Because if you embolden them when they don't do their job, that's part of the problem. How do you explain Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris and even to a less extent Shake Milton? Because Shake Milton, he hit the three that got fouled. I don't think he hit the 4-point play. He might have converted the 4-point play, but Shake Milton, who didn't hardly get any run, was out there fighting, scratching, clawing, trying to get back in the game. So was it worth it? I mean, you guys traded away Ben Simmons to get Ben Simmons with a beard. You trade a light-skinned version of Ben Simmons for a darker, chunkier, much more hairier version of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons ain't shot the ball last year, and then James Harden comes out and does the same damn thing. And what this? Oh, well, we only had like 3-4 months to prepare. Well, we really had no time. We really had no time. We really had no team chemistry. Look, you guys are professional basketball players. All this stuff about team, yes, team chemistry is conducive to winning. Yes. But you got some people on your team that are not willing to change their habits, and that starts with Joel Embiid. You know another thing Joel Embiid said during that exit interview that I thought was pretty interesting, that the team lacked toughness. And he didn't really have nobody that was like a PJ Tucker on the team. He called out Mike Scott, but Mike Scott really didn't play that many minutes. But the only person on that team of the years of Brett Brown and now Doc Rivers that was one of them ride or die individuals was Jimmy Butler. And he praised Jimmy Butler heavily during that post game exit interview. And he started reminiscing about what it was like to play with Jimmy Butler and what could have been with him and Jimmy Butler. See, that's not the type of thing you want your star player to be saying at a post-game exit interview going into next season. That is a direct shade at James Harden. It was. Jimmy Butler, for those of you who may not be aware, was traded from the Minnesota Timberwolves to the Philadelphia 76ers. Jimmy Butler did not like how Ben Simmons was moving, and that's why he moved on to Miami. He did not like how Ben Simmons was being coddled in Philadelphia. That's why he moved to Miami in the offseason. Ironically, yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of the Philadelphia 76ers being eliminated by the Toronto Raptors when Kawhi Leonard hit that crazy baseline three at the end of the game. Just insane. That shot still give me goosebumps to this very day. And yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of the Philadelphia 76ers getting eliminated from the playoffs on that shot. So Joel Embiid, he can start by getting in the weight room. He can start by getting himself in shape. So that way, when these guys, he can be able to withstand the rigors of the NBA season. Because remember, we all talk about change, right? And how change need to be embraced and how change is necessary, but change starts from within. Cannot talk about what's going on in the outside and don't address what's going on in the inside first. I'm gonna say that one more time. Cannot talk about what's going on the outside when you don't address what's going on the inside first. And Joel, look, if Joel Embiid and James Harden want to establish this chemistry that we got all summer to work this out, okay, that's great. Now, what you gonna do about it? Because all that talk, right? And look, I don't need to see something on Instagram, but you guys at a restaurant or another Instagram video when y'all working out together. I don't want to see none of those videos. Okay, I don't care to see none of those videos. I don't care to see none of those reports. I don't care about none of that. What I do care about though is that time that y'all so-called spend together translate to production on the court. Look, the coach can only drop so many plays. He can only give so much motivation. He can only give so much passion and pleading and prodding and prompting and all that other stuff. Coach can only do so much of that. It's up to those players to go out there and execute the goddamn own play. And if they don't, there needs to be a level of accountability and needs to be buy-in from everybody. Like Joel Embiid, you just said, from 1 to 15, there needs to be, everybody needs to be all in and locked in. Right? So somebody got to tell James Harden, hey, look, you can't be in the club every night. Okay? We trying to win a championship next season. You can't be in the club all the time. You gonna join the team or what? Are you really serious about winning a championship, or that was just a whole bunch of fluff and no stuff? You gotta know that Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Doc Rivers, especially Doc Rivers, going to be on the hot seat next year to get this done. Daryl Morey is going to be another guy that's going to be on the hot seat to get this thing done. I'm telling y'all right now, you heard it here first. The pressure is going to be immense next year for the Philadelphia 76ers to at least get to the NBA Finals. 4 to 5 years of getting bounced in the second round, that's unacceptable. We trusted the process. The process ain't playing out to its desired result. 4 to 5 years of getting bounced in the second round, and the 1 year you didn't get bounced in the second round, you got bounced in the first round. And I'm talking about in the bubble when they got swept by Boston. They have not played in a conference finals since Allen Iverson took them there in 2001. Think about that. The Sixers have not played in the conference finals since 2001. What's up, T Price? Subscribe to my homie T Price. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. I want to know what you guys think about this. We still talking about the 76ers. Those of you that just came in here, Doc Rivers is going to be retained by the 76ers, and Joel Embiid has some interesting comments. So we're going to talk about, that's what we're talking about. 2001 was the last time the Sixers made it to the conference finals. Just crazy. What up, TJ? Long time no see, homie. Good to see you. Sub to my boy TJ Boxing and Sports. So I put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come in and give me your opinion on this matter? Because this is unacceptable. I mean, 2-star players. Well, look, in my opinion, James Harden is a falling star. James Harden is a falling star. He is. So you already know there's going to be immense pressure on these guys next year. You already know that. You already know this guy's going to be on the hot seat. Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey, Elton Brand. Look, if this thing don't work next year, they're going to blow this whole thing up. Watch what I tell you. They're going to still keep Joel Embiid, but Tobias Harris, he's out of there. James Harden, out of there. This is the last year of his deal. Got that $47 million player option. No one's going to touch that with the longest antenna pole in New York. No one's going to pay James Harden $47 million to go out there and stink up the joint and be a Casper-friendly ghost when it matters most. No. No one's going to touch that. Now, to their credit, they got some young guys on that team. Tyrese Maxey, he gonna be legit. I think Tyrese Maxey's gonna be legit. What's up, bro?
What's up, family? Yeah, I just did in my stream. I ain't know you was on. You just got on? You
I've been
started
on
your
for like
shit?
about 20 minutes or so. You know,
Okay.
because I just got that breaking news. I wanted to come on and report on that.
Oh, okay. This is man, because I was just asking, I was just talking about on my channel, like what they're gonna do next year. So Doc is coming back next year, right? So this is the writings on the wall already for me because uh, this is just me in my opinion. Get out, hey, James Harden. James Harden, I got something special for you, James Harden, and actually for you and Max, because Max, you the one said that he's the greatest scorer since Kobe Bryant, but they needed that shit last night. It looked like to me, man, and I was watching the game. I rewatched the game this morning. I never seen a player that give piss poor effort than James Harden, and then still labeled as a superstar.
Man, ain't no way James Harden is a superstar. Hey, did you see the play where he got beat on the back door by PJ Tucker?
Mm-hmm. And you
That was just
notice I call PJ Tucker Happy Feet. That nigga got happy feet. Yeah, 'cause that nigga be moving his feet and shit. But James Miller, man, Dot, man, I'm sorry, Dot, man. I don't want you to go through this, but I know people say you're not a good coach or whatever. But Elton Brand, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror too, sir, because if this shit don't work, and please don't bring James Harden back, because you know this nigga's not gonna come in. He ain't gonna come. He ain't gonna come to Cape. He ain't gonna come to count on time. And another thing, I'm gonna end out with this. James Harden, when you traded Chris Paul, you said he was washed up, remember? But guess who's looking washed up now, though?
Hey, man, there was a lot of pundits out here talking about, oh, man, Chris Paul, he washed up, man. He don't got it no more.
Yep.
Clowns, man. You guys are a bunch of clowns. Y'all know nothing about basketball.
Chris Paul out there killing these niggas. It's still, even though he struggled on the road in Dallas, but I just don't see Dallas beating them. But we just gonna stick to this topic right here. But man, Philly, man, they ain't been to the conference finals since 2001. God damn, that's 20 what? That's 21 years.
Yeah, man. Shit. I was trying to, man, I was in
Man,
professional
2001.
military.
How old was I? Shoot, I'm trying to think too. I was in culinary school. I was in California watching the Lakers win their first championship.
Man, I was like 22 years old, bro.
Yeah, I'm 43. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was like 21 going on 22.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's a
I'm
long
slightly
ass
younger than
time.
you, T Price.
Huh?
I'm slightly younger than you.
Yeah, just slightly, just slightly. Just like I found out yesterday, one of my brother, one of the homies that's a part of the community, Will Elise, his birthday day after mine. We
Oh,
found that out
snap.
last night. We found that out last night. You know how Ticky be closing his chat room down, and you know we talk behind the scenes and shit. Yeah, we
Right.
were just chopping it up last night. He's like, "Yeah, my birthday August 5th." I was like, "Man, your birthday day before mine." Shout out to my nigga though.
Man.
Yeah, I ain't that much older than him too. He almost touching 40. He ain't there yet. He's getting close. He's
Yeah,
getting
man,
close,
I'll be
man.
43 this year, bro.
I'll be 44 this year. I'll be 44 this year, bro. And
Yeah, I'll
and
be
and,
43,
and
man. You know what I'm saying? Golly,
I'm just
man.
glad. I'm just glad to be blessed and everything like that, man. Because man, I'm telling you, man. Because basketball has always taught me a lot. Even though I didn't play basketball for my personal reasons, but everybody knew that I could play. But
Hmm.
basketball was always a part of me. And I know what I did this morning. I'm training this kid. There's this kid that's nice at basketball. He got two brothers that are nice too. They don't want to do nothing. You know, they still got that street mind. So I get up every morning, go run, jog, and we hit the court for about 2 hours. Then I came back and did a stream this morning. You know, so I do that every day. So basketball always still a part of me. You know what I mean? But Sixers, it's not gonna get well. It ain't gonna get well till you trade your bias. You gotta get rid of do not sign James Harden again. Do not do it. That'd be the
Man,
worst
look,
mistake in your life.
man, look. That, man.
And look, did you
And
see
you know what? Hey, real quick. You know why I
go ahead.
blame Elton Brand? Because remember, he signed all them guys to all them bullshit ass contracts.
Yes. Yes, he did.
He brought in Al Horford on that max deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
He brought in got Dango Tobias Harris on that max deal. You had
Mm-hmm.
all these guys on max deals.
Why? And
And
look, and I
Tobias
see
Harris
so
still
many
act like him.
possessions last night. I saw for so many possessions last night. When Miami scored a basket, when they scored the basketball, Tyrese Maxey calling for the ball. What James Harden do? Wave him off.
Right?
Then you don't even pass him. Then he's sitting over there waving his hands up in the air, and you're not even looking his way. Now the second half, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable, man. That's unacceptable. That is you can't. And this is another thing, y'all. You can't be a superstar in this league when you can't play both ends of the floor. We and I said this,
Words.
LB, look on the
Yeah.
LB. Say this, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Oh my lord, this lady always walk her dog.
Didn't I,
Oh my
hey,
god,
what we all
don't
hey,
shit in my
T
car.
Price,
Don't shit.
you said the
Yeah,
same thing we all been saying. You cannot be a superstar in this league playing only on one side of the ball. And
yeah,
you have these media outlets sensationalizing this thing. Man, I tell you,
right.
man.
Looking on
Oh
that
man, you
75
best
list.
scorer in the NBA. Beal
Look,
can't play no lick of defense, don't got no heart, no desire, and all that. That third quarter was the Jimmy Butler show.
Jimmy Butler was cooking them niggas the whole playoffs in this whole series though.
Yeah, but I'm talking
Jimmy,
about last
Jimmy.
night in that third quarter, it
Oh
was the
yeah.
Jimmy Butler show.
Oh, Jimmy Butler. You know who else was played big for them too? Matt
Max Strus.
Strus. Man, I watched him at the Paul. He was nice. He was nice at the Paul. I was like, man, whoever get him, cause he could.
Oh man, he fell out, man. I don't know what happened. Come on back in, T Price. You fell out. But James Harden, I James Harden let Max Strus outplay him. Max Strus, for those of you who may not be aware, Max Strus had a double-double last night. Max Strus. This guy was riding the bench most of the year. How is Max Strus got a double-double over James Harden? How is he outplaying James Harden? Hey, bro, I gotta do whatever's necessary to win championship because championship's always been the goal. What's up, you soup knight? Yeah, It's always been the goal. Win championship. Yeah, that's the number one priority. Nothing else comes close. Well, there actually is one thing that comes close, and that's a strip club. What's up, Stephen Brown? Now, I want to play a clip. And I want to give a shout out to his name is Aaron. We did time in the Navy together. He gave me a clip. And I'm gonna share this clip with y'all. I wanted to share this clip with y'all. Now, this was 4 years ago. I want to share this clip with y'all because it reigns true to this day about this dude. And this is for the prompt y'all on this. This was when Kevin McHale was with James Harden, right? Now, Kevin McHale, for those who may not be aware, was the head coach of the Houston Rockets at one point, and he was coaching James Harden. And James Harden, unfortunately, got this man fired. So I want to play this clip, and T Price, and you know what I'm saying, you give me your thoughts on this, because everything we saying about this dude reigns true today. And this is 4 years ago.
You could tell it's 4 years old how it's coming on.
His MVP runner-up season, and with a new superstar partner by his side. Mission tonight for James Harden and the Rockets remain unbeaten in the preseason. Momentum, guys. I'm selling it.
I wonder what I'm listening to.
TNT NBA tip-off presented by Auto Trader. Good to have you with us. TGI, the final night of the preseason. I'm Matt Weiner with these clowns on a double-header Friday night. Grant Hill right here, a couple of Hall of Famers over here. Bozo. And Kevin McHale, you probably already know.
I'm the class.
You probably know what we're talking about already. Lakers, Clippers later on. First up, it's the Spurs and Rockets. And in Houston, this week, Kevin became the topic of conversation thanks to a recent critique of James Harden.
You had James Harden with the ball, fantastic with the ball, great passer. The guy's got phenomenal vision. Talk about vision. James can see all the passes, do everything. But James is not a leader. Right? He tried being a leader last year, tried doing that stuff. I think Chris Paul is going to help him just kind of get back into just being able to hoop and play and stuff like that. But on every team, you have to have a voice. On every team, you have to have somebody that when they say something, people listen. You know, James like, wait, look, if James tells you, Chuck, you got to play better, do you listen to him? Like, you got to be kidding me. I lived through it. Believe me, everybody in the locker room did this. You know, every time he mentioned defense, everybody would go like, you got to be kidding me.
He's a clown, honestly. You know, I did anything and everything he asked me to do. I try to lead this team every single day since I stepped foot here in Houston. But to go on here and just downplay my name when honestly, he's never taught me anything, to be a leader. But I've done a great job. I think, the organization, my coaches, some of those guys, how I work extremely hard every single day to better, obviously be a basketball player, but be a leader as well. Different types of leaders as well. So to go in there and downplay my name like that, it just it shows his character. And I usually don't go back and forth on social media with anybody or interviews, but it's time to stand up for myself, and there it is.
There it is, indeed. The criticism and the response.
Go ahead, T Price. What you got on this?
Man, memories. Now, we already know, if a lot of people don't know who that person that was saying that about James Harden, was the great Kevin McHale. Now, Kevin McHale, he played the game. He played with all-time greats like Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, God rest his soul, and Robert Parrish. You know what I mean? So he knows what it takes, okay? He coached them. Now, everything that he said ended up being true, because look what he ended up doing after Kevin McHale. You had Chris Paul. Then you said Chris Paul. Oh no, you had Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo was the problem. After like they played like 8, 9, I don't know, it's like 10 games. Get him out of there. You traded Clinton Capella to get Russell Westbrook. And at the time, them two was a great 1-2 big man alley-oop. And nobody could stop that shit. Now, let's fast forward to now. He's in Philadelphia. Well, no, let's fast forward. I miss Philadelphia. Oh, he was with Brooklyn. Didn't like what's going on in Brooklyn because Kyrie was calling him trash. Calling him, was giving him the business in practice and all this shit. Didn't like what he had. He ended up going to Philadelphia. Now, he's in Philly. They won the first 3 games and they was crowning them Kobe and Shaq. Mind you, Kobe and Shaq both had defensive accolades to their record. James Harden don't have not one. All offensive. Now, it just proves a point that everything that Kevin McHale has said, that he's not a leader, it showed in the critical moments of last night. Because you know why? Joel Embiid, he was only probably like 50% of himself. You're the second best player, allegedly, on the team. And you only take 2 shots in the second half? 2. And that's all I got, bro. Hey, you know what, LB? You know how the old folks used to say? That video is self-explanatory right there. It don't need nothing else to be said right there.
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Ain't nothing else to say about that, fam. It's just
ain't nothing else to talk about, man. This dude, man, I'm telling you, man.
Hey, just getting back to what the 75 thing I was talking about. I got cut off because somebody called me. Look at everybody that's on that list. I said this on my channel. Look at everybody that's on that list that's in this era. Okay. Look at all the players at the top 75 list in this era. Name all the two-way players in that era, in this era that's on that 75 list. I'll wait. Now we talking about players that's only in this era. Because you know they got these players propped up ahead of everybody else that really played. Giannis is only one. Yes, LeBron. LeBron did it for 6 years, but this is one thing. You know what, LB? Let me just chime in on right quick like this, because I got to hit home on this. Is why I'm saying it. See, we used to seeing greatness on both sides of the ball. I'm gonna give one player example. He never had a superstar on his team, but he was a great, and he should have been on the NBA top 50 list. And not only that, he led his team to the playoffs every single year. He was a one-man army. Dominique Wilkins, he played on an all-time level for decades. Kobe, all-time level, 10, 12 years straight. Duncan, players, Jordan, Bird, Magic, everybody is consecutively. If you've done over a decade and you still doing it, look, and you know what this one thing too? Oh, he's 37 years old. Go look at what Dominique Wilkins was doing when he was at San Antonio Spurs at 37 after Achilles. He was dunking on niggas, catching alley-oops, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a difference. Now, Luka and all these players who they say the superstars, they're not superstars. They just one-head monsters. Offense, period. Trae Young, offense, period. You ain't no superstar. Can you guard somebody when it really counts? Oh, let me just say this too. You remember Shane Battier was with the Miami?
Right.
Now, they said LeBron, it's amazing. Shane Battier always guarded. It was either him or D Wade. How come Shane Battier don't have more defensive accolades than he's supposed to? He only got 2. To me, he should have got 4. All 4 years he was in Miami. He never got on any team. Ain't that crazy? That's how you know when politics is involved in all this shit, the right man ain't gonna win. Just saying. That's what. And you know what? One of my subscribers, he subscribed to everybody too. He said he's gonna subscribe to you. He said something to me today that really hit home. He said, look at Disney. He said, T-Price, look at Disney. I was like, okay. Look what Giannis is doing. Giannis is actually doing it the old school way. He said the superstar era, that's more like a feminine thing. And he got me thinking. I was like, I see where you're going with it because that let me know if you're a superstar, you got to go team up with somebody. That let me know one thing: you can't handle shit by yourself. That's why they trashing Giannis in the media. They don't like that shit. Remember when we was growing up? That's one thing people don't understand about the Celtics and the Lakers. They drafted these players. Philadelphia, they drafted these players. And they banked
Mm-hmm.
into what they did.
That's
Now, that's
true.
why now.
Hey, real quick, I gotta give a
ahead.
shout out real quick. Salute to Two Raw for TV for his donation through the PayPal. He hit me with a 30 spot. He said James Harden will be the new spokesperson for Pillsbury Apple Turn.
Shout out to my nigga Two Raw. Hey, T Raw, be go man. I know Two Raw. I watched his video this morning. I was waiting for that like popcorn, my nigga. I was sitting there training a young kid this morning in basketball, and he was like, "What are you listening to?" I said, "I'm listening to Two Raw." He was like, "Who is Two Raw?" So I told him who Two Raw is and what we do and stuff like that. And he was like, "He's fun." I was like, "Yeah," but he's telling the truth though. You gotta listen to the message that he's bringing. It's comical, but it like old boy say, it makes sense like a motherfucker. That's funny though. Shout out to my boy, man.
General salute to the homie, my brother, Two Raw for
Yes.
TV, and salute to George Garber. Long time no see, man. Good to see you, man. George Garber in the building.
Yes, sir. What's up, George? That was my
Yeah,
pops,
man.
man.
That thing crazy, man. That man, I'm telling you, man.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question. I don't hardly get you ask you for your basketball shit. No, sometimes we all be on at the same time to shit.
Mm-hmm.
How you think the rest of the shit gonna play out? Okay,
As far as
because Dallas won last night. Yeah.
Okay, well let's talk about the night's game, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tonight's game. That's what I'm talking about tonight. Yeah.
I think Milwaukee closes out Boston. I think that when Milwaukee went to Boston a couple nights ago and took that game from them, I think that debilitated Boston.
I think so too. I agree with you on that.
I think that really debilitated Boston. I think Milwaukee gonna finish them off tonight.
I think so too.
The other game, I think Memphis is going to force a game 7.
You really think so? I think you know
Memphis
what?
forces game 7.
You
This
might
is
be
why.
right on something. Go ahead.
One, Steve Kerr is out for the rest of the series with COVID.
Oh, you got Bullet Bill. Think you call that nigga Bullet Bill. That's the coach,
So
Mike Brown.
They got that chocolate milk dye hair having coach in Mike Brown. They call him Bullet Head. I call him the chocolate milk dye. You know
I call him California Raisin.
He got the Eric Adams and Raphael Warnock thing going on. That chocolate milk dye hair going on. Right?
Okay, go ahead. I'm about to call him California Raisin.
Look,
I heard it through the grapevine.
Look, AT Price. If I'm Sacramento, I'm reconsidering that offer they did.
Yes. You didn't want to. I don't. Keep on going.
Okay. Now, oh yeah. By the way, Danny Green got a torn ACL too after Joel Embiid crashed into him last night. So
yikes.
He's not gonna be back. He's not gonna be back next year. Nope. Anywho, sad news for all you guys. For Danny Green, he got a torn ACL. Thank you, Nate Shepard, for putting that in the comment section. All right, now let's continue on. Right, Golden State actually scored less points with Mike Brown. In the 2 games Mike Brown was their coach, they have scored less points. 101 and 94. In the 2 games Mike Brown was the head coach, they barely cracked 100 in the first game, and they won that one, and then only scored 94 the second game. I think Memphis is going to force a game 7. They are 20-5 this year without Ja Morant. So they know how to win games without Ja Morant. And I think guys like Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, Tyus Jones has been a godsend off the bench, coming in and starting. I think those 3 individuals, and if Dylan Brooks make his shot, because Dylan Brooks is more shot dependent than anything else.
He need to leave that Transformer alone. Cause ever since you came out and announced that you was with that Transformer / Megatron, and I used to see you all the time on U of O, and I used to say to everybody then that he was a weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon Clark, he's solid too. So with that being said, I think Memphis beats Golden State tonight, and I think they force a game 7.
Yeah, you got me thinking about that. I didn't even think about it like that. And then another thing too, I forgot. Yeah, I thought you was gonna say it. Ever since Steven Adams came back from COVID, they look different.
Well, he didn't play in the series before because Karl Anthony Towns was destroying Steven Adams.
Yes, he was. So
that wasn't the right matchup for him. This matchup right here, because Golden State tends to play small.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Adams can get all the rebounds. Draymond Green's too small for him. Kevin Looney ain't getting no playing time.
Oh, Looney Tunes ain't getting nothing out there, man.
No,
but
that motherfucker feet touch
he
the
has
court,
improved his game.
Out knives.
I'm not going to destroy him because one thing about Kevin Looney in past years, I'm just talking about for this year, right? Whenever they throw the ball to him, he know how to finish around the basket now compared to years past. But still, this is like the wrong series for him too. And I just think that once they beat him by 55, I'm like, dude, it's hard for you to come back home and win the game. Even though I picked the Warriors to win the series, but if they lose, they better win tonight. I said this: if the Warriors don't win tonight, they ain't winning Game 7 in Memphis. Period. I don't care.
I had Memphis winning the series, bro. I had Memphis winning the series, man. I think Memphis beats Golden State tonight, man. Something telling me. Let me see. Let me look at the. What's up, Gideon? Let me look at the. I need to look at the odd.
What's the odd? I was just about to ask that. Even though I don't bet and shit, but
oh, I bet. Man, if I won some money on Monday night, I did a parlay, won like $40 or some shit. But anyway, but I only put in like 8. So anyway, Vegas odds. Memphis. Golden State Warriors. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going on Vegas Insider. It's a 220.5 total. Golden State is a 4-point favorite. Some books got it at 4.5. Other books got it at 4. Look, I'm taking Memphis at 4. Look, if I'm doing sports betting tonight, I'm taking Memphis at 4.
Yeah, because this is one thing about Memphis too. That one dude that he looked like that dude Williams. He got that old Dr. J fro, got his fro all hanging out and all that stuff. He was he's also been a great. Once they start playing him, you notice how that tide really changed.
Hold on. I think I might have been. I think I got this messed up. So I'm on Art Shark right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Golden State is the 8-point favorite.
Ooh, okay. Chase
218.5 total. Golden State favorite by 8. Man, I'm taking Memphis on that shit, bro. I'm taking Memphis at +8, man. Look, I'm gonna have to jump on that bet, bro. I'm gonna have to jump on that bet right there, boy.
Man, it's just crazy how this game is like this playoffs, man. It's been good. Now, one thing, like, I know everybody's big on Luka. I don't hate Luka. I always said this about Luka. If Luka come in and take care of his body, Luka should always be in the MVP conversation. But if you just sit there and just come to camp out of all looking like what's that dude from the Ghostbusters and shit? I call him the Mission Tire guy. You coming to camp looking like
DWJJ salute, bro.
Yeah, the marshmallow guy. You can't be coming in there looking like the marshmallow man, and then by the time you do hit your groove and all that stuff, come in there. And that's another thing I understand about Luka. You
Not to
dominate
only
the
play on
ball
one
too
side
much.
of the ball.
Yes, you can't dominate one. You can't just drip. And one thing I see too many possessions like that. He's dominating. He's get the switch he want. Everybody's just still standing in the corner. I'm like, dude, compared when Brunson has the ball, you see ball movement. People cutting. They on this man. Luka got to take that next step, man. You got to learn how to guard some goddamn body. Ain't how many points you can score. Can you stop some goddamn body? That's one thing this era's failed to lose, and that's why you see all this high-scoring ass game. If we really had defensive players in this league like they say they do, you think they would score all these points like this? Not at all. But LB, man, you have a good one, man. Good luck to your day, man. I'm about to go finish the rest of my day. I will be doing the live stream on my channel on the game tonight, man. Salute to you, man. Much love and blessings to you, bro. I
Much
got to
love,
get out of here.
blessings to you too, my brother. Good to see
I
you,
had to,
man.
yeah, I had to
Come
come
back
here and show
on
some
anytime,
love.
man. You got welcome access here over here.
Hey, yeah, same over, same on my side too. I'll holler at you. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man. I think Golden State blows that 3-1 lead, man. I think they blow it. I think Memphis wins that it's either night Friday. So we might have a doubleheader on Sunday or Monday or whatever like that. But I think Memphis wins the game tonight. Bucks close out the Celtics. Celtics just don't got enough. They don't got enough moxie about them. They're almost there, just not quite. I think Milwaukee and their home crowd. I think Milwaukee closed the deal tonight. But anywho, for those of you who may not be aware, Doc Rivers is going to return as the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. All the speculation up to this point of where he was going to go and where he was going to get fired just went up in smoke for now. But anywho, you guys not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Arr!